What's up, everybody? How's it going today? It is Wild Wednesday already. Happy Hump Day, everybody. I hope, first and foremost, yes, all of you are having a great day. Mine's been okay so far. No complaints, I guess. Been a tough couple of days. It's life, Things come up. Today's movie is a fantastic one. I am a huge fan of the director. I own almost all of his filmography, minus two of his films, I will eventually get. One of them a documentary, and the other one is an actual feature-length film that I've never seen. I've seen the doc before, though. It's on another great director that I thoroughly enjoy, and that is a legend amongst the horror community, and that is, wow, I'm a little cockeyed here on my camera, I noticed. It is on H.G. Herschel Gordon Lewis, who is a extremely important person in the horror community. If you've never seen his stuff, I do highly suggest it if you're a gore fan. It is a staple. It is a necessity. We wouldn't have gore if it wasn't for Herschel Gordon Lewis. Gordon Lewis. And that's today's movie is done by one of his good friends, Frank Henenlotter, which you had, if you didn't know by the my comments about the documentary of Herschel Gordon Lewis. Yeah, like I said, Frank Henenlotter. And I enjoy this movie that I have two different copies, and I've watched both copies several times. I love them both. This is the Unearthed release, and this is the Synapse release. As far as difference goes, as usual, no reversible cover art. I left the DVD upstairs in the player, and so I need to bring that with me. No reversible cover art, and here's the special features on that one, the specs. If you guys want to pause it and take a gander at that. But that's on the Unearthed release. Special uncut edition, which the runtime is the same as this one here, and this is the Synapse version, which I do like more because it's cleaned up a little better. Well, let me back it up a little bit. I love that tagline, "A Tale of Sluts and Bolts." It's so much fun. No reversible cover art with that one. It does come with, get on in there, a little Synapse Films catalog, which has got some great stuff, some Nikatsu and some other stuff in there. They also do some pornography and other stuff. They have a wide variety of film they release. I do thoroughly enjoy their stuff. I have I think a couple dozen of their titles, if that, maybe closer to 20, I think, is what I got. Fun stuff, though. But yeah, that's the Synapse version of this. And here, let me show you the special features for that one, which there'll be different stuff because it's a completely different company release. And there's that, so you guys can pause and take a gander at it. This is a really fun movie. If you haven't noticed that I have multiple copies of it, and I'm probably going to eventually triple dip and get that Arrow Blu-ray because that thing is dope. What's this one about? It's about a tale of sluts and bolts. It's about a guy who is he's a super genius, super nerd, and he's working on bringing the dead back to life. And essentially, it's obviously the story of Frankenstein. It's just been updated to the 80s and changed here and there. It's been Frank Henenlottered, which is great. So he wants to bring dead tissue to life. He's a super genius. His girlfriend, which at the beginning you're treated to this birthday party for, I believe it's his dad. I can't remember currently. My memory is god awful on little details like that. But it's a birthday for his dad. He gives him a lawnmower that is hand controlled, and she is showing it to the dad, and she ends up running herself over and killing herself. Um, what a horrible, horrible way to go, first and foremost. And so he's does all of his research on her that he has done throughout the past years, and lo and behold, brings her back to life with several. Her body was torn beyond repair, so he had to go get other body parts, and he ends up enlisting these hookers from local pimp named Zorro, which Zorro cracks me up every time I see this. He's also in Brain Damage, which I also thoroughly enjoy. I double dip on that one as well. I'm just a huge fan of Henenlotter. I'm going to double dip on Basket Case here, and in the future I want that arrow upgrade. That thing is pretty sweet. I'm still rocking the old Something Weird DVD. Which I'm kind of surprised Something Weird never ever picked this one up. They probably just couldn't afford the rights to it, because I'm sure Henenlotter doesn't own all the rights to all of his films. I could be wrong. I've been surprised before, because a lot of directors lose rights to films over the years, and that's kind of a sad thing, because it's their work and they put in all the hard work and all the blood, sweat, and tears for their film. And it makes me sad to see films get lost along the way and never get released, or people never watch them ever again. It's kind of a sad deal. I try to come up with some titles here and there that most of you have never heard. I probably have yet to blow any of your minds yet, which I hope someday I will. Fingers crossed. Let's see. As far as who's in this one, it's got James Lorinz, who is really good. He's funny. He plays the nerdy kid, the nerdy young man. He's not a kid that brings back the girlfriend, and the girlfriend's played by Joanne Ritchie, and then his parents are played by Louise Lasser, and I forgot to write down the father's name, but this is also starring Patty Mullen, J.J. Clark, C.K. Steefel, Judy, Grafe, Helmar, Augustus, Cooper, and Joseph Gonzalez playing Zorro. That's a fun cast, and like I said, Zorro is probably my favorite character of the whole movie. His lines are great, and the guy that plays him, Joseph Gonzalez, is, I don't know, there's something about him, the way he delivered his lines. It was so bad it was good. One of those things, almost The Room-esque, but better. Because I did not hit to, I swear. No, I've only seen it once, and I had a very, very hard time watching that movie. Maybe I'll give it a rewatch here in the future, but I'm in no rush. Now, as far as any kind of ratings on this one I'm going to give a solid 5. I love this movie. This is a 5 out of 5. I highly suggest this, and this is a staple amongst anybody that loves to watch some horror films that aren't mainstream, but they're not off the beaten path so much that you've never heard of them, or they're harder to find. This one is extremely easy to find. Under $20 for both copies. Unfortunately, Frankenhooker, the unearthed one, I had to get a used copy, but I still got it under $20, which is nice. I think there's still copies available if you want to pick up that one. Otherwise, the Synapse one is still fully in release on both DVD and Blu-ray. I do know, and they did a top notch job with, as usual, with their films. They don't release as many during the year as some of the other labels do, but they take their time. Because they take their time and want to make sure they have a great product, and they're very good at that, and I love them for that. Okay, guys, I hope you're having a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, whenever it is when you're watching this. I hope you're having a great time with some family, with some friends, with some loved ones, doing whatever it is that makes you happy, because that's always most important in life, is what makes you happy. And, I just wanted to say, rest in peace, Courtney. It was, I love you, and I'm sorry to see that you're gone. All right, y'all. Peace.